What's up, YouTube? Demi here with a update video, news update, something. I don't know. A lot of people have been wondering where I've been for the past month or so. I just have been in a kind of a mental slump myself and haven't really been feeling PoE or much of any content creation for that matter. But next week starting soon, so I'm gonna start producing a little bit more YouTube videos again. Maybe streaming soon again. I don't know. We'll see. For those of you that don't know, I did actually refund my Exilecon tickets for personal reasons. I got a bunch of stuff going on in my life right now, and I just haven't really been feeling Path of Exile, and it's just a hilarious amount of money for me to fly to New Zealand and back. So I just had to cancel it for, you know, all kinds of reasons, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's canceled, it's fine. They're going to be streaming most of it anyway, so I'll be streaming a lot of that, watching it live with you guys as well. So that'll be kind of cool. But it's in, oh god, I don't even remember. It's in December. No, it's not. I thought it was, yeah, it's in December. I don't know. They're running some races to get people there. Like the top racers can win tickets to Exilecon basically, which is kind of cool. And then there's a visa system required for New Zealand as well, which is kind of annoying, but that's okay. They are live streaming all of it. It's the big 4.0 announcement, which will be cool. But other than that, quick little updates there. So development manifesto, I wanted to talk about this because I feel like this is basically what everyone is expecting to happen, and that's what they announced was going to happen. Legion's going core immediately through Sextants, through Scarabs, through Delve, and a room in a temple. So it's going to be available most likely on red and yellow Sextants or something like that. It's also going to be a 10% chance to spawn in, I believe, maps. Yeah, 10% chance to spawn in any map, which is the exact same thing as like Breach. Yeah. And you can only get one monolith, which is kind of annoying. My thoughts, TLDR, all of this is, I don't know, I feel like we're being overwhelmed with content, which I mean is a weirdly good problem to have when it comes to everything, you know? But it's really hard to target farm any specific mechanic right now unless you spend a whole bunch of currency buying Scarabs, which due to our AFK trade player base who doesn't want to, you know, actually respond to trades, it's just very difficult to do, and it's a huge pain in the ass. And I think they're aware of that, but we're not getting any trade improvements in 3.8. And unless the player base, unless we as the player base start responding to trades, it's just going to get worse. The more players that play this game, the more items get listed, the less people respond. It just feels really, really painful to actually try to buy or sell or trade anything. Like, I've been avoiding crafting in standard because I can't, like, I have a huge amount of currency, right? I can't get the fossils that I need to do crafts because, number one, nobody's selling them. And number two, when people are selling them, they're selling them for stupidly higher prices and they won't respond to trades. So I can't really do anything there. But with Legion going core, it's just like, I don't know, we have so many things already in game to farm, and we're not going to be able to do any of them specifically unless they're on the Xana mount device, or if you buy Scarabs. And I don't think they're adding it to the Xana map device. They have addressed the Headhunter thing. They said that we liked it, but they're going to give diminishing returns for monsters from the encounter the longer it goes. Like, the most of the drops are going to be right on the first wave and on the bosses. So it reduces the importance of having a Headhunter. Like, Headhunter will still be great for getting a hilarious amount of XP, but most of the loot rewards will be from the first group, which is good. Because it was just, I mean, I'm sure you've seen this league. Headhunters were more expensive than Mirrors of Kalandra this league due to how powerful they were farming the Legion mechanic. So I don't know. It's just, I don't know, man. I feel like we're going to go the entire league with Legion and maps, and you're not going to have enough splinters to run like a 5-way fight. It's going to kind of be like Breach Chayula splinters. Like, I don't know how many, let me check league. I don't think I got a full Chayula splinter in league. Or Chayula Breachstone in league farming to 36 challenges. Yeah. Oh wait, where? Fragments. I don't even know where my splinters are. Okay, well, I apparently didn't get any. Like 2. I didn't sell those either. I must not have done that many things, but I only got enough for like 2 timeless, 3 timeless. I'm not farming T3 glaciers or anything along those lines, so just like playing the game normally, filling out my atlas. There's no way you're gonna get like a full sweep of, or full suite of like the Marikath and Templar and all the splinters that you need to run a 5-way. So I'm a little worried it's gonna be too difficult to actually get. But I don't know, we'll see. I mean, it is a great piece of content. I just wish that it was less diluted. Like, our content pool is so diluted with so many different things, it's just really difficult. The last thing is the press tour is finished, so they're going to announce the next league at 2 p.m. tomorrow, I think? Or today? Tomorrow, probably. So I'll probably do another video going over the next league reveal. Or maybe we'll be live streaming when it happens. I don't know. But it's just kind of cool to look at these stats. Because I think this whole list of stuff is like Slayer. Like, everybody's playing Slayer. Because Slayer has AoE on Cyclone. That's literally the only reason. So it's just like, hey, what's the most popular skill in this league? Cyclone. What's the biggest AoE you can get on that skill? Slayer. Okay, super complex. It's just everybody's Slayer because Slayer is the best for AoE speed farming with Cyclone. Pretty simple. I mean, there's a fair amount of diversity in everything else, but it's just pretty heavily weighted towards Cyclone Slayer. Which is, I mean, it makes sense. The melee rework was pretty successful in my eyes. It's just Cyclone feels the best and is the most nostalgic because I think a lot of us came from D3 or D2 or a bunch of any other RPG that ever existed that has Cyclone Whirlwind style characters. Like, I played Whirlwind Barb in D2 as a kid, farming the cow level, and I played D3 for 1 season before I found PoE, and I played Whirlwind Barb there. So I come to Path of Exile, and Cyclone feels like ass, and now this league it finally feels really, really good. So of course everybody and their mother's going to play it. Like, that just makes sense. So I don't know what's going to happen next league with Cyclone. I feel like it might get toned down in AoE slightly, because currently the issue is that it scales off of your weapon range and your AoE. Most skills only scale off one or the other, or just AoE. So they might reduce the AoE scaling. I think the damage is fine. It's not like insane damage. Like, Blade Flurry is way higher damage. And actually pretty good AoE now, but Cyclone is just good at everything. You could move, you could do a lot of damage, you can get huge AoE. So it's just a crowd favorite. And I think that's fine. I just wish that other melee skills would keep getting brought up to that level of like accessibility and feels goodness, which is gonna be really difficult because like the fact that you can move while dealing damage by itself is hugely important. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes. But let me know what your guys' thoughts on all this stuff is. Let me know if you think Cyclone's gonna get nerfed, if Headhunter's gonna get nerfed. If you missed my investments video, I'll link that in the description as well. It's probably a little bit too late in the league to make investments, but I made a fair amount of investments this league. I bought a shitload of jewels that I'm going to be checking on a character in standard. I'm going to respec one of my scions to get all the jewel sockets on the skill tree so I can check those, and then I'll just divine them if they're bad, repeat process until I find good ones. You know, it'll be kind of fun. Just something to work on long term. I haven't really decided if I'm going to play next league start. It really just depends on the league and my mental state at the time. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you all for watching the video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing if you haven't already. And if you want to check out my Patreon or support me with some merch, there's some stuff in the description for that. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. And that'll be demi out.